3 Unsolved True Crime Tales. Dive into the eerie realm of true crime as we unravel 3 gripping enigmas that continue to baffle the world. Experience the haunting puzzle of JonBenét Ramsey that shook the nation. Uncover the Black Dahlia mystery and the eerie tale of Elizabeth Short that captivated Hollywood. Join the riveting hunt for the Zodiac Killer, unveiling chilling secrets lurking in the shadows. These stories grip, confound, and remind us of the depths of human darkness, a glimpse into the unknown that defies imagination. The enigma of the Zodiac Killer. The frigid night shrouded the San Francisco Bay Area in darkness, as mist slowly crept over the streets. The atmosphere was eerie as the sound of tires on wet asphalt cut through the silence. In a secluded alley, far removed from the sparkling city lights, something unfolded that would shape history. 2 teenagers stood at a street corner, engaged in hushed conversation, blissfully unaware of the impending danger. Suddenly, the creak of a car door pierced the night. They turned around, only to be met by the gaze of a man whose dark hood obscured his face. Before they could react, shots rang out through the night. Blood sprayed into the rain as bullets struck the bodies of the teenagers. The man swiftly retreated, vanishing into the darkness as the echoes of gunfire faded in the alley. The teenagers lay lifeless on the ground, their faces frozen in fear, while the rain washed away the inception of a grim tale. That fateful December evening in 1968 marked the beginning of a wave of terror that would haunt the entire region for years to come. The perpetrator called himself Zodiac and left behind a bloody trail of puzzles and horrors. In the subsequent years, the Zodiac Killer would commit a series of brutal murders and assaults throughout the Bay Area. Fear gripped the city, and people ventured outside with reluctance. Yet it wasn't just the brutality of his acts that made the Zodiac Killer so unsettling. It was the way he interacted with the media. He sent encrypted letters to newspapers, confessing his crimes and hinting at more to come. Each letter was like a chilling puzzle waiting to be deciphered. The public and investigators alike were captivated by his cryptic messages. The police worked tirelessly to apprehend the Zodiac Killer, but he always seemed to be one step ahead. At one crime scene, he left behind an encrypted letter that wouldn't be cracked until months later by an amateur codebreaker. The message was eerie, but it yielded no clear clues to his identity. The tension in the city peaked when the Zodiac Killer sent another encrypted letter to a newspaper. This time, the letter included a map that potentially indicated the location of his next attack. Investigators feverishly worked to decode the map's significance, while residents of the Bay Area lived in constant dread, wondering if they would be his next victims. As time passed, the intensity of the case waned, but the enigma of the Zodiac Killer persisted. Despite intense investigations, numerous suspects, and forensic analyses, his identity remained elusive. The victims and their families were left in the dark, never to experience complete closure. Years went by, yet the Zodiac Killer remained a haunting chapter in criminal history. His unsolved murders and the enigmatic messages he left continued to captivate people. The thirst for justice remained strong, but the identity of the perpetrator remained obscured. The Zodiac Killer became a symbol of unsolved mysteries and the darkness that can lurk in the world. His deeds and the mysterious messages he left behind would be immortalized in history books. The story of the Zodiac Killer serves as a reminder of how deep human depravity can run, and how the quest for truth and justice can often be intricate and painful. The enigmatic tale of Elizabeth Short and the Black Dahlia mystery. The year was 1947, and Los Angeles was buzzing with a mixture of glamour and intrigue. Amid the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, an ominous cloud of mystery loomed over the city. The discovery of a gruesomely mutilated body ignited a chain of events that would forever etch the name Elizabeth Short into the annals of true crime history. It was a crisp morning when a mother out for a walk with her young child stumbled upon a sight that would forever haunt her dreams. In a vacant lot near a bustling street, the woman's horrified gaze fell upon a body, severed in 2 at the waist, as if it had been callously discarded like refuse. The police were called, and their arrival signaled the beginning of a chilling investigation that would send shockwaves through the nation. The victim was soon identified as Elizabeth Short, a 22-year-old aspiring actress whose raven black hair and striking features had earned her the nickname Black Dahlia. Her life, it seemed, had been brutally cut short, her dreams extinguished in the most brutal fashion imaginable. The news of the Black Dahlia's murder spread like wildfire, captivating the media and the public alike. The macabre details of the case were discussed in hushed tones in every corner of the city. The brutality of the crime scene sent shivers down the spines of even the most hardened detectives. Her body had been meticulously drained of blood, severed with precision, and her mouth carved into an eerie grin. The investigation was a frenzied whirlwind of leads and dead ends. The police were inundated with tips and suspects, but as quickly as they came, they fizzled out, leaving frustration in their wake. The web of intrigue grew as the circumstances of Elizabeth's life were unraveled. She had been an aspiring actress with dreams of stardom, yet her path had led her to a tragic end. As the weeks turned into months, the Black Dahlia case remained unsolved. The media frenzy showed no signs of abating, and theories about her killer ran rampant. Was it a deranged fan, a jealous lover, or perhaps someone she had encountered in the shadowy underbelly of Los Angeles? The more investigators dug, the murkier the waters became. Then, like a bolt from the blue, a series of letters arrived at newspapers and police stations. These letters, signed with a chillingly theatrical Black Dahlia Avenger, claimed responsibility for the murder and taunted law enforcement with cryptic messages. The letters promised to reveal the truth behind the murder if certain demands were met, but they only served to deepen the mystery. The city's anxiety reached a fever pitch as fear gripped the populace. Women cut their hair short, fearing to resemble the victim, and the haunting moniker Black Dahlia became synonymous with terror. Meanwhile, the investigation took a new twist as potential suspects were questioned, released, and questioned again. Clues led nowhere, alibis crumbled, and the elusive killer remained one step ahead. Years passed, but the shadow of the Black Dahlia loomed large. The case had ignited the public's fascination, spawning countless theories, books, and movies. The mystery of her murder became a tapestry woven from half-truths, speculation, and sensationalism. And yet, despite the passage of time, the truth remained just out of reach. Decades later, the Black Dahlia case still captivates the world. The unsolved murder of Elizabeth Short endures as a testament to the darkness that can lurk behind even the brightest facades. Her memory serves as a reminder that behind the glamour of Hollywood, there are secrets that may never come to light, and mysteries that may forever remain unsolved. The Unsolved Mystery of JonBenet Ramsey. The night was quiet in Boulder, Colorado, as a fresh layer of snow blanketed the streets and rooftops. The year was 1996, and the Ramsey family's grand home stood still in the cold winter air. Inside, all seemed peaceful as the family of four slept, unaware that the next morning would unveil a chilling mystery that would defy resolution for years to come. December 26th dawned, and the Ramsey household buzzed with anticipation. The day after Christmas held promise of joy and relaxation, yet as the morning light filtered through the curtains, it revealed a scene that would shatter the tranquility of the Ramsey family forever. In the dim light of the basement, the lifeless body of 6-year-old JonBenet Ramsey lay sprawled on the floor, her golden hair like a halo around her cherubic face. Her body was covered with a white blanket, and a thin cord was twisted around her neck, a macabre juxtaposition to the beauty she once embodied. The discovery was a gut-wrenching shock, a nightmare that had torn through the heart of an idyllic family's existence. Panic ensued as her mother Patsy Ramsey's piercing scream echoed through the halls, jolting her husband John Ramsey from his slumber. He rushed downstairs to find the unimaginable, a scene that would haunt him for the rest of his life. The police were summoned, and a grim veil descended over the Ramsey residence. The house that had once been filled with laughter and love was now a crime scene, its halls echoing with unanswered questions. The investigation that followed was a whirlwind of confusion and conflicting narratives. Theories and suspicions emerged, weaving a complex web of intrigue around the tragic event. Was it an intruder who had violated the sanctity of their home, or was the answer closer to home, within the very walls of the Ramsey residence? The ransom note found on the back staircase suggested a motive driven by financial gain, yet its bizarre length and content raised suspicions of foul play. Speculation swirled, and the media seized upon the story, their insatiable appetite for scandal turning the case into a national sensation. As investigators delved deeper, unsettling details emerged. The ransom note's handwriting seemed eerily similar to Patsy Ramsey's, sparking suspicion that she might have been involved. The coroner's report revealed evidence of prior sexual abuse, adding a layer of darkness to the tragedy. And yet, the more the puzzle pieces were scrutinized, the further the truth seemed to recede. Months turned into years, and the case of JonBenét Ramsey remained unresolved. The relentless media coverage brought the family's life into the spotlight, subjecting them to intense scrutiny and public judgment. The circus of speculation grew, with armchair detectives and experts offering theories ranging from the plausible to the outlandish. The investigation witnessed twists and turns, from uncooperative suspects to dubious DNA evidence. The case was marked by missteps, miscommunications, and a lack of clarity that allowed the truth to remain just beyond reach. The Ramseys were cleared of any wrongdoing, but the cloud of suspicion continued to hover, casting a long shadow over their lives. As the years rolled on, the mystery of JonBenét's death persisted. The passage of time did little to dim the memory of that fateful morning, and the unanswered questions continued to haunt both the family and the public. The case became a cultural touchstone, its unresolved nature symbolizing the enigmatic and often frustrating nature of justice. To this day, the story of JonBenét Ramsey remains an open wound in the fabric of true crime history. The innocent smile frozen on her photographs is a stark reminder of a life tragically cut short, and a mystery that refuses to yield its secrets. The echoes of her story serve as a haunting reminder that some enigmas are destined to remain unsolved, whispering their riddles in the shadows of the past. Which of these mysterious enigmas has captivated you the most? We would love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below.